some announcements at the end, and then you got an ab workout, right? Oh, Tony and Jesse are going to talk defense. Let's go ahead, Coach Schwartz.
Well, here we go. So I really didn't know. Coach D and I had some ideas of things we could implement into our practices every day to kind of mold you guys as young women athletes and young women going out in the real world. So I had all these ideas, and then I sat down to put one together, and I kind of couldn't figure out where I wanted to go with it. And I ended up going down this rabbit hole that I didn't expect. And I was blown away by things I learned just in researching the topics that I covered here. So you're going to need something to write on. I'm going to ask you some questions as we go. And we should all be prepared and ready. So maybe I'll just cold call some people to keep it moving a little bit. I think some of you want to share. You're just nervous starting it. So some of you might be relieved just to be called on. So I understand that too. I'm kind of that way. So I'll just be ready to go. And why are we doing this? Again, we're doing this because it's not just all about basketball. It's about using sports to mold you into who you're going to be and where you want to go. And sports is a great way to develop independence, confidence, and a little swagger. So that's why we're going over this today. I like this quote. It says, "She believed she could, so she did." How can today prepare us for tomorrow? So I picked 3 people that I'm pretty well aware of their stories, and I thought their stories might empower you too. The first one is Doris Burke, and then Kim Ng. And then I really worked hard to pronounce these 2 women's young first and last names, Nakay and Chene Agamake, and we'll get to their story too. So I have 3 videos that we're going to watch about these 3 women. And first thing I want you to do is, what do they have in common? Okay, what do they have in common? So you can make a little T-chart, or, you know, you could put their 3 names or however you want to do it. We're going to talk about what do they have in common and how are they different. And then number 3, we can talk about later. All right. So again, you know, what do they have in common and how are they different? Each of their stories. Here we go.
I play a little bit.
Do you?
I could check your left hand.
I know. I'm not going to deny it.
The first time I picked up a basketball, I was 7 years old. And there was a basketball that the prior occupants of the house had left in my home. And we happened to move into a home right next to a park. And so I feel like I've been chasing a basketball since that time.
1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
I like to say my career in broadcasting was a very happy accident because I had no intention of being a broadcaster. In fact, if you could have seen me in college, you would find the notion that I am a broadcaster laughable. I had it all going on. Bad hair, bad teeth, bad clothes, and the only thing I cared about was whether my jump shot would ever match my dribble drive ability.
Greg Popovich, difficult start. What'd you see?
Well, we didn't score.
Think it's in my best interest, Mike, to leave it at that. Mike.
I basically fell into this broadcasting thing.
Ilyasova almost turned it over, and you know, we are in a hazardous area here courtside as Doris Burke, a good set of hands.
You got to give DB a lot of credit, hustling back from talking with the coaches. Look at the handle.
She's as versatile as anybody who broadcasts basketball now.
Now it's center court for the presentation of the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Please welcome ABC's Doris Burke.
I think Doris has hit the trifecta in her career. She loves her job. She's great at her job. Everybody that works with her loves her. I don't think it gets any better than that.
My inspiration is Doris. I think she's a stunning woman. I don't know, dinner at my house anytime, as long as she comes alone, you know?
She's absolutely the LeBron James of ESPN, NBA broadcasting.
Cleveland! This is for you!
I'm trying to make every broadcast the best I can possibly make it. That's my goal, every night.
I'm falling apart. Did you guys see the second video? Shoot.
No.
And it's over here dinging, and I'm not listening to that. You guys telling me, hey, it's not working.
The first one was great.
All right. And of course, I closed it. All right. Here we go. Second one. Wasting time. Sorry, everybody. Where's the mute button? Let's mute me here. There we go.
Manager as she becomes the Miami Marlins have named Kim Ng the team's next general manager as she becomes the first female GM in Major League Baseball history. Ng has been an integral part of the sport for 3 decades, making 8 postseason appearances as an executive. She's worked in the front office at the White Sox, Yankees, Dodgers, and has spent the last decade working in the commissioner's office. She was hired as Yankees assistant GM in 1998 at the age of 29. During her 4 years in the Bronx, the Yankees won 3 World Series titles and 4 AL pennants, and she successfully negotiated contracts with Paul O'Neill, Mariano Rivera, and Derek Jeter. Jeter, of course, the Yankees shortstop turned Marlins owner, had Ng on his radar, but she's interviewed for an MLB GM job more than half a dozen times since 2005. The Marlins have made her not just the first female GM of an MLB team, but the first female general manager of any major American professional sports team, as well as the first Asian American GM in Major League Baseball history.
Stanford was a family decision, but it wasn't like my family made the decision for me. We were all about business when it came to the visit. That was a serious visit because, you know, they brought out like the Nigerian community.
Yeah, the entire Nigerian community at Stanford came
at a
and
barbecue.
welcomed
Yeah,
them.
it was insane. And they said they practically like shut the whole place down.
We wanted somewhere where we knew that Ned would have the best chance to succeed. So when she made the decision to Stanford, everyone was like, okay. I didn't know what I wanted when I started the recruiting process. One thing that NECA told me was that this is distinctly your experience. Find out what you want and then go after it. I wanted a place that would challenge me academically and then, you know, challenge me athletically. The decision came and I knew that the best place for me athletically and academically was Stanford.
You know, I'm the first one, I'm the guinea pig, but at the same time, people forget that she still has to do it on her own still, you know? And I think that Sinead does a really good job of understanding what she can do.
Basketball has a shelf life, and Stanford provided something academically that really broadened our horizons.
Nneka Ogwumike is an energy giver, and she's one of these players that's okay with doing the dirty work.
Prior to understanding the opportunities that the league could bring me, I was getting ready to actually go get my post-baccalaureate, where I could get like my prerequisites to become an orthodontist. And then, you know, Sinead was like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like,
you're supposed to be a #1 pick.
I was like, really? You think so? I realized if I have the blessings that have been showered upon me to do this, then I can.
The pick is in, the suspense is over. Let's go over to Laurel Richie.
With the first pick in the 2012 WNBA draft, Los Angeles Sparks select Nneka Ogwumike.
It's just funny how something can just change like that just because of your mindset.
When she got drafted, I was like, oh, I'm coming for you, sis. Like, I'm gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna do that too.
Nneka Ogwumike joins her sister Nneka, taken #1 overall.
It was such an amazing moment for our family. I remember telling her that now. I was like, Neka, would you think, like, as awkward, gangly, tall girls, like, that we would be where we are today?
No.
We could have never predicted that. So it was a cool moment. We could really pursue our dreams and have a great platform to not only play, but also inspire others. Neka set such a standard for us. That's when I realized I really had the best big sister in the world, because she pushed me, but then she always also empowered me. I'm tired, man. She does something and it plants a seed in my head. And I'm like, okay, she made it to Stanford. Maybe I can make it to Stanford. Maybe I can be her GPA. Maybe I can be a #1 draft pick.
Our parents have told us, you know, basketball is basketball, but what you get out of it is more than just winning games and scoring points.
Chine Agumake.
There is a higher purpose for us.
We all have our own different paths, but then we all want that same collaborative path of, you know, helping each other succeed. And that's one thing our parents told us and instilled within us.
The only thing stronger than a teammate is a sibling.
We were a team before we even knew what a team was.
All right, so 3 different stories. But can we have things that those 3 women, Doris Burke, Kim Ning, and Agumake, have in common? What are some things we wrote in there? What do they have in common? Emma, what's one thing that you wrote? Emma Tashner?
Oh, they all had goals.
They all had goals, for sure. Morgan, what's one thing you wrote?
They all worked hard to achieve where they are now.
Great. Angelina, what's one you wrote?
They all are successful women.
Okay. Tori?